Hi class, my name is Jorge Salmerón Bernal and I will be presenting my windshield survey. My assessment of the areas includes Stockton, California with the zip code of 95202 and Turlock, California with the zip code of 95382. Physical environment, Stockton appears to be more disorderly, dirty, unclean, poorly groomed, lack of funding to maintain roads, unsafe after business hours, crowded, and has high poverty levels. Turlock is more orderly, sanitary, well kept, properly funded, safe, and more welcoming. General appearance, Stockton, the 95202 area presents as an older neighborhood with many areas under construction, empty lots, and abandoned homes. The city has tended to encourage remodeling and start up new businesses, however, more work is needed. Parks are not well groomed and people have a sense of danger, especially after business hours. Turlock. Turlock, California is a former college farmer town that has new and remodeled buildings. Most houses are well kept. The city is well maintained. It has small town feeling, sense of safety, and more of a close-knit community. Police presence is common, giving the city a sense of security. Despite drought, the city has made changes to update landscapes, for example, artificial turf and mulch. Boundaries. Stockton 95202 area is bordered by Highway 4 to the south, Madison and Monroe Street to the west, Harding Way to the north, and North Arroyo Street to the east. Turlock is bordered by East Hawkeye to the south, Golden State Boulevard to the west, East Road to the north, and Berkeley Road to the east. Housing, as you can see, Stockton has more of a elderly homes as compared to Turlock, which there are more newer homes. Housing in Stockton has about 3,869 units, with more than half of the units built before 1949. Turlock has 13,496 units, with more than half of the homes built from 1990 to 2009. Signs of decay and pollution. As you can see, Stockton, this home right here, there's a trash, sofas, it's an abandoned home. And then at the bottom, here we have a lot of pollution in the water and a lot of trash. Compared to Turlock, California, it is more clean, more sanitary environment. People. The Central Valley in general is very diverse, consisting of whites, Hispanics, African Americans, and Asian cultures. Demographics. Stockton, according to the United States Census Bureau, this population of zip code 95202 is 6,521. The majority of the population in the zip code are Hispanics, consisting of 2,483, followed by whites with 2,366, African Americans with 1,359, Asians 487, and American Alaskan natives 193. The total number of individuals living below poverty level is 55.5. Turlock, California. The reported population of Turlock, California with a zip code of 95382 is 36,176. In this community, the majority of the population consists of whites, consisting of about 29,482 individuals. The second largest group is Hispanics with 8,791, followed by Asians with 3,071. Other races, 1,664, African American, 760, and American Indian or Alaskan Native, 158. The percentage of individuals living below the poverty level in this community is 10.9. Stockton, California, this community is mostly comprised of Hispanics and whites who are generally dressed in casual clothing. It is important to note that there is a high prevalence of homeless that have below standard grooming, personal hygiene, and also present with worn-out, dirty clothing. Turlock, California, this community is also mostly comprised by whites, followed by Hispanics. People in this community are dressed in business casual to casual clothing. It is not rare to see individuals wearing sports clothing, as there are various gyms and community members also enjoy exercising around the university campus. Homeless individuals in this community are rare. Health and lifestyle behavior. Stockton, there's a high prevalence of smoking. There's one large gym located downtown area, limited outdoor activities possibly related to safety concerns, high prevalence of illicit drugs. Various individuals walk and cycle in this community due to limited resources. Turlock, California, during this survey, I was only able to see one smoker. There are 4 gyms noted within the community and also people exercising around the campus. Most individuals in this community use vehicles, however, few do use public transportation. Exercise groups were noted in the community, such as cycling teams and yoga groups. Risk behaviors. Stockton, risk behaviors include smoking, illicit drug abuse, alcohol abuse, not following traffic rules, example, jaywalking, inadequate living space, and large amount of prostitution. Risk behaviors in Turlock, California are not as severe. Residents tend to be more active. There's more group exercise activities. However, like in all Central Valley, there's a large amount of drug users that also affects the Turlock community. Residents of this community tend to have better access to healthcare. Services. Parks and recreation. As you can see, Eden Park is not very groomed. The grass hasn't been cut. As compared to the Turlock, California, it is more of a neat and appears to be a more safe environment when compared to Stockton. Transportation. Stockton transportation in its community consists mostly of private and public forms of transportation. As stated before, some individuals in this community must walk or use bicycles due to limited resources. Turlock. The most common form of transportation in this community is private transport. There is public transportation, however, it appears that a small amount of individuals use this resource in the community. Cycling and walking is usually done by students who live around the CSU campus. Health and social services, Stockton, California. In this community, healthcare appears to be more limited. In the 95202 area, there's no hospitals. It is important to know that there are 2 major hospitals just outside the 95202 boundaries. There are various medical offices and specialty doctors in this area. Social services are abundant in Stockton, California. Turlock, California has access to healthcare and it is more abundant. It includes 1 hospital, 3 urgent cares, and significant amount of doctors and specialists. Social services were not as prevalent in this middle-class community, but social services are available. However, they are not as abundant as compared to Stockton. Protective services. Stockton contains 2 police departments. It includes the Stockton Police Department and the Stockton Unified School District Police Department. This area also has 1 fire station. The Turlock community also has 2 police departments that includes Turlock Police Department and University Police Department. Despite Turlock being a larger area, the crime rate is significantly lower. This community has 3 fire departments and includes the Turlock Fire Department, Turlock Rural Fire Department, and City of Turlock Fire Station number 3. Religion. During my window survey, I was able to identify 14 churches. This community is very diverse and it includes religions such as Christian, Catholic, Baptist, Presbyterian, Episcopal, and Seventh-day Adventist. Turlock. In this community, I was also able to identify 18 churches. However, most appear to be from the Christian belief. It is, however, important to note that it is also diverse and it contains the same types of religions identified in the Stockton community. Education. Education in Stockton, there's about 8 schools. However, I did not identify any high schools nor colleges. As you can see, I wasn't able to get too close because most of the schools are gated. In Turlock, California, there are 11 schools, including 2 high schools and, of course, a university. Stores and shops. Both of these communities have various shopping centers and small businesses. Stockton, especially the 95202, there is 1 large chain store, which is a Walgreens. This area also consists of small businesses that sell products at inflated prices. Turlock, this community has significant more large chain stores. These include Walmart, Target, Rite Aid, Walgreens, TJ Maxx, Dick's Sporting Goods, and more. There are various small businesses. However, it is difficult for small businesses to compete with these large chain stores. Economics. Business and industry. Both of these communities have great business opportunities. However, investors have been hesitant to invest in Stockton due to history of bankruptcy. The city of Stockton reports that Stockton is conveniently located in Central California with access to two large freeways, Interstate 5 and Highway 99. Stockton also has access to the Union Pacific Railroad, Port of Stockton, and the worldwide distribution of products. The city of Turlock reports that there are approximately 5,000 business owners in this community. Turlock is also located in the Central Valley with access to both Interstate 5 and Highway 99. Turlock provides services to California, and if global reach is required, there is access to both the Port of Stockton and the Port of Oakland. Turlock also provides financing programs to local businesses to stimulate the city and create jobs. Major employers in Stockton include the Human Services Agency, Stockton Police Department, Stockton Unified School District. In Turlock, we have California State University Stanislaus, Turlock Police Department, Human Services Agency, Foster Farms, major retailers. Signs of poverty and wealth. In Stockton, we can see poverty, which includes high crime rates, high homeless rates. It's unclean and an unkept community, and there appears to be lack of health services. In Turlock, a more wealthy area, which includes clean community, more access to health and community resources, low crime rates, and the community appears to be well groomed and maintained. Identification of 4 problems based on Healthy People 2020, where Turlock identified sleep health, lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender health, substance abuse, and environmental health. For Stockton, I identified access to healthcare, environmental health, health-related quality of life and well-being, social determinants of health, and substance abuse. Community resources. Stockton, California, there's Catholic Charities, San Joaquin Department of Aging, Women's Center, Youth and Family Services, El Concilio, WIC, San Joaquin Human Services Agency, Behavioral Health Services, health clinics, and Mary Magdalene Community Services. In Turlock, I identified Stanislaus County Community Services, Sierra Vista Child and Family Services, Stanislaus County Behavioral Health, Human Services Agency, and City and University Police. Community strengths. In Stockton, there's a vast amount of community resources and services. There's an increased police presence to decrease overall crime. There's various churches and community centers. In Turlock, California, it appears to be more of a safe community. There's appropriate amount of police and firefighters, various churches, community services and resources, parks and play areas are safe, low poverty levels, and low crime rate. Stakeholders in Stockton, California identified Rita. She explained that the major health problems in this community include drug abuse, mental health issues, lack of access to preventative care, and domestic violence. She believes that the populations that are more at risk include children and elderly. Rita reports that the available services in the community include counseling, adult and child protective services, senior services, San Joaquin Human Agency, Women's Center, child abuse prevention counseling. Rita suggests that more services should be available to treat mental health and also increase counseling services. In this area, I also identified Elvira as a key stakeholder. She explained that the major concerns in the Stockton community include poverty, drug abuse, health literacy, and lack of knowledge and education of illness. Elvira suggests that the groups that are at greater risk include individuals living below the poverty level, minorities, and individuals who lack access to health care. Elvira explained that there are various resources in the community that can aid in addressing many of these issues. These include Stockton Community Services, Catholic Charities, Bethlehem, San Joaquin Mental Health, Emergency Food Bank, and San Joaquin County Behavioral Health Services. Elvira would like to see more programs designed to teach health promotion and health education. Key stakeholders in Turlock identified Laura. She explained that major health problems in this community can be related to poor air quality and pollution. She explains that overall there is a problem with the child obesity and lack of health awareness and education. Laura believes that the main groups are at risk include Hispanics among communities. Laura states that the resources for these problems are limited. She explains that despite being resources such as the Stanislaus County Community Services and Stanislaus County Behavioral Center, they do not address pollution, obesity, and health promotion. Laura would like to see community services and incentives to improve better air quality, decrease child obesity, and promote education and health awareness. Another key stakeholder was Brian, who reports that the major health problems in this community include poor health access for minorities, drug abuse, and limited resources for senior citizens. Brian states that the groups that are at greater risk include minorities and the elderly. In this community, there are various resources such as food banks, councils, county community service agency, food stamps, women, infants, and children, also known as WIC, Health Services Agency, and homeless shelter. Brian would like to see more community services geared towards health education and also programs that offer bilingual services. Reflection, Stockton. People in Stockton appear to be more reserved and less trusting with strangers. This can be expected as there is a high crime rate area. Throughout my windshield survey, I realized how unsafe areas of Stockton can be. At times, I did not feel comfortable taking pictures or even getting out of my car. I realized that the poverty level is very significant in this area, which can correlate with the high crime rate. Turlock, this neighborhood made me feel more comfortable as people were more friendly and did not appear guarded or scared of other approaching individuals. This community is well established, clean, and has a low crime rate. Despite being a well established neighborhood, I learned that there is a lack of health awareness and community resources in minority populations. There is plenty of healthcare resources available, however, there's a need for more proactive efforts to health awareness and education. That's my references, and thank you.